Hi, welcome to Civil Connection channel. If you are watching the videos continuously and haven't subscribed, subscribe it and press the bell button. So when I upload the videos, you may get the notification and you can enjoy watching it. In previous part, we have seen how to calculate the area in the AutoCAD. So I have calculated all the area of each and every yield line pattern slab. For this area, I have used a list symbol and I have shown this. And other things I have used area command, and then I have calculated all the area for each and every slab patterns, every yield line patterns for this whole area. This is the area, okay. So I have calculated all the area values, and I have explained how to input in the Excel in previous session. So in this session, see here, I have already entered here how to enter, that is first floor beam number. So first floor beam number, this is first floor beam number, and second floor beam number, it is second floor beam number. And then I have calculated the area for that beam. So here in AutoCAD, here this is the beam number 9, and next beam I have taken this beam, okay. After that I have taken this beam, and then this then I have calculated for this beam, then this. So I have entered in certain format, okay. Similarly, if you enter in a certain format, that is first values, you should enter this straight beams, you can enter it. After that, this vertical beams you can enter. If you enter in that way, you can remember the way you have entered the beam numbers, okay, for the first floor and second floor. So first floor I have chosen and I have entered in this manner. With the same manner I have noted for the second floor, okay, so that I could remember how to enter the numbers, and I have entered for the second floor by selecting the whole structure. Now when I see this whole structure, see here 9 and 69 lies in same line, so I have entered here 9 and 69, okay. Similarly here 18 and 78 in same line, 18 and 78. In that manner I have entered all the beam numbers, and with the area with the area from the AutoCAD I have entered it there, okay. This is first beam, so 4.46, see here 4.46, this is area. Then for this beam 18, it is 3.6, I have entered 3.6. Similarly I have entered for all the other beams also. The density of the slab, that is we are providing the slab as reinforced concrete, so obviously it is 25 kilonewton per meter cube density. Then thickness of the slab, we need to design the slab manually, so that we can find the thickness as per the required, okay. As per requirement, we can find the thickness, that is minimum thickness, you know, that 100 mm, and you can go up to 250 mm, okay. So I have provided that is thickness of slab, it is 15. If you can provide 100 mm, change this values as 100 mm. And the length of the beam I have taken from StatPro, as it is the center to center distance of the beam, okay. So usually beam will be calculated with the center to center distance. It is not clear distance, only center to center distance. So I have taken with the center to center distance. This is center to center distance. And load I have calculated by multiplying the area, density and thickness and divided by the length. So you can get the value by load per meter, okay. I have multiplied these three values and then I have divided by the length. This is for dead load, okay. Now I shall how to input this value to StatPro, so that I have two beams. I have two beams, that is in ground floor one beam, and then in the top floor I have another beam. So I shall move this value to next column, okay. I shall paste it here. So this one, it is equal to this first floor beam, okay. Next one to next floor beam. I have just dragged it, so it is 69. And then here the value will be minus, so equal to minus this load value, okay. Now I shall drag this all the values up to the load member gets completed. Okay, this is the load value, that is we are going to enter this value there. Okay, so I shall copy this from member load from here to here. So I shall copy it and open the star editor. Open the star editor in StatPro. Now I shall remove this and then just paste it. I have pasted this. I have removed this member load, already it is there, so I have removed it and I have pasted this value. Okay, still we need to paste the live load. This is only the that is dead load of the slab. We haven't calculated the live load of the slab. So for that is very simple method. So for open the Excel, just rename this as dead load, and then copy this sheet, move and copy, create a copy. Okay, move to the end. So here I shall change it to live load. Okay, now I need to give the live load of 2 kilonewton per meter. So I shall change this density. It is live load, it is 2 kilonewton per meter. You can drag it. Okay, I have dragged it. This value thickness, there is no thickness, so it is just remove it. Here mark it as 1 because already we have proceeded this formula, so just 1. So the live load value, you can calculate this live load value here. The live load value is already calculated. Okay, because formula, it is the same formula, that is area into live load will be getting the load in kilonewton divided by length will be getting as kilonewton per meter. Okay, the same formula will get changed here, the same formula. So just copy this load here, copy the load from here, Control C, and just before we are going to see this, you can view the load. See here, in the same member there is load. Then when you see this, you can see what are the loads here. It is acting in all the beams. Okay, similarly open the star editor. I have copied there, just paste it after this load. Okay, so you have calculated the dead load of the slab as the live load for beam, and again live load acting in the slab as the live load for the beam. Okay, you have copied. Then one more thing that is acting in the beam, because what is the load it is acting in the beam other than this? What are the load will be acting? There will be some walls we are creating with the brickwork. Okay, so what is the load we need to calculate it? So I shall calculate it. What is the height of the floor to floor? What is the height of the floor? That is 3.15. Okay, 3.15. Okay, now 3.15 minus, because we are providing the beam. We are providing the beam of thickness 0.3. So from base also there is 0.15 will be extended from the ground level. Similarly from the top. So we can subtract directly 0.3. Okay. Then this is the height. What is the thickness of the brick? It will be considered as 0.1. Okay, sorry, 0.23. It will be considered as 0.23. That is a brick or width. Or because we are giving plastering for 12 mm, so I shall consider that in the weight of the. I shall consider the same in the weight of brick. Okay, so height into thickness, then
Then length of the beam, it will be considered as length of the beam. So there is no need to for multiply with the length. Then again you need to multiply by density. So it is 20. Okay, this is the load for each and every wall. Okay, for every per meter length. So you shall directly apply in the stat row. So I shall take add member load, uniform load, it is minus 13.11. just add it. So here in the top floor we have only height of 0.775. Okay, in the ground floor only, in the beam you have the whole height for height. So I shall choose the floor by range 0, 0. So in that beam alone I have been applying this. For top floor I shall calculate it. So here I shall change this 0.75 by 1. It is 2.76. It is 2.76. So just add another load. Assign to selected beams. Okay, so this is the format we are going to apply the load. So I have applied all the loads. Then again define combination we have completed. So next you need to give the this general tab, general property, general tab, everything have completed. Now go to analysis tab. Just perform analysis. Okay, then we need to give the design. Here you are going to design concrete, so choose the concrete and then define parameter. So before define parameter you can select the parameters we are needed. So here select parameter. So you can give clearance, clear cover, then FC, Fy main, FC second, minimum main, minimum secondary, these are the values you need to give. You need to select it, give OK. Now define parameter. Sorry, you need to reverse it. Here this value should be come here, then remaining, that is except clear cover, everything remaining should be brought here. Fy main, secondary, method, now if you see this define parameter, the 3 values alone will be available. Now we shall enter the values here. So for clear, what is meant by clear? You need to give the clear, that is cover of the slab and beam. So for slab I shall, for beam I shall choose it as 0.0, it is 30 mm, okay, 0.03, and for column I shall choose it as 0.04, that is 40 mm. Actually for beam it will be 25 mm, okay. We shall choose only 25 mm for that is standard cover it is 25 mm, 0.025. Now it is next is FC. FC, it is the grade of concrete. Depends upon the grade of concrete, we need to give the strength, that is M20 or M30. We know the strength of concrete, we are going to use it. Here default value it is for M30. So M30 it is FCK, it is cubic strength they have given. We need to we can input the cubic strength of that is cylindrical strength. It is cylindrical strength. For us, we know the strength of this FCK value. We know the value for compressive strength of cube at 28 days. We know that. So we can choose this value as I shall give for M20. Okay. I have added. Then FY main, it is for FE 415. The yield strength value, it is just degrees. It will not be accurately 415 Newton per mm square. So they have given the value as 413.6. Okay. So it will not be accurately the same value. If you know the value, it is accurately. If you know the value of yield strength accurately, you can enter that value. So as per our Indian code, we know the value as for FE 415, it is 415 Newton per mm square. So I have entered that. Similarly for FY secondary, just I shall add the value and I shall revise this value, and then I shall add this content here by clicking the add button. Okay. Then maximum main. So main reinforcement bar, what are the bar we are going to use? There is maximum value. So for our condition, we shall use only 32 mm maximum diameter. That is considered in a very big projects in our sites as 32 mm. So I have chosen it as 32 mm. So 32 mm can be maximum diameter or 40 mm. So beyond that, if we will not suggest that. Okay. So 32 mm. So I shall add it. The next maximum secondary. So secondary reinforcement mostly we shall use as 12 mm, because for slabs itself we shall use this minimum bar, it is 12 mm and 10 mm. And why we are using it is 12 mm, because if you are modeling a circular column, as per IS 456, we should provide the minimum longitudinal bore as 12 mm. Okay, 12 mm longitudinal bar. That is 6 numbers for circular column. Okay, so here I shall choose 12 mm in that condition. Then I shall add it. Then minimum main reinforcement, we can provide here 12 mm. Okay, main reinforcement minimum it is 12 mm. Similarly, minimum secondary we can use as 10 mm, because we are using 10 mm for even for slabs. So you can use this for columns and beams. So I shall close it. And when we see in the data area, whatever we have added, just it will be an condition here. If you assign this to a column or beam, that can be used in the design. Okay. Now I have told that 30 mm I have chosen. If you need to modify, you can modify it. Just double click this and you can modify it. Here it is 25 mm. So I can give this 25 mm and it is modified. Okay. Then close. Now we can see this. Here it is modified. Now I told that it is for beams. That is 25 mm dimension it is for. That is clear cover. For beam it is 25 mm. So I shall choose the beams by, first I shall choose the columns, then I shall select it in an inverse manner, inverse beam selection. Now all the beams have been selected. Now I shall assume for this. So assign to selected beams. Now clear 0.04, it is for columns. It is in y direction. Okay. Then FCK M20, it is for beam, column, everything the same value. So I shall assign to view. Similarly, Fy main, it is also for all the beam column. So I shall assume to assign to view. Okay. Minimum secondary, everything is for beam column. Now, when we are going to design, the software should know which is column, which is beam. Okay. For that, I need to give the value which is beam, which is column. I should assign that. Okay. For that, I see this data area. In the data area, there is a comment tab. Just click it. Here it is design beam, design column, and takeoff. So what does this means? Design beam means if you choose a structure as a beam, it will be designing as a beam. If you choose that as a column, it will design as a column. Okay. Here design slab or design element. So if it is an plate element, it will be designing. If you give this as a slab, it will be considering it as a slab or element, and it will be designing that. Okay. The next is takeoff. Takeoff means we need to, for estimation, we will be taking what is the quantity we need. We will be calculating that. So in order to calculate that, for that the quantity will be calculated here, and will be getting how much quantity of concrete you need, how much quantity of steel you need for the section, what is the area or number of sections and length of the section. It can be given everything in the takeoff condition. That is what we are choosing this takeoff. Here I shall add the design beam, then design column, then I shall add the takeoff. Now close it. Now will be shown at the bottom. So concrete takeoff, it not be we need not assign it because it is for the whole structure. Okay. Now we need to choose the design beam. So the system, that is software, do not know which is beam, which is column. Okay. Now we shall assign it. How we need to assign it is design beam. So for column beam, I have chosen a clear cover of 0.025. So I shall choose this and just remove the highlight, because I need to go to the menu bar for select, then I need to select the beams with Y, then again inverse selection. It is a very tedious process. So before that, for highlight the assigned property, here I have assigned for beam, it is 25 mm as cover. So that has been highlighted. Now I have removed this tick mark. So if I click somewhere else, it will not be highlighting what it is assigned. So it is, for me, will be comfortable that I can directly assign for design beam. So I have chosen the design beam, and here assign to selected beams. So the beams are only selected. So I have assigned. Now again I shall tick the highlight assigned geometry. Here again I will be choosing clear cover of 40 mm. So the column is chosen. Now I shall remove the tick mark. So whenever I choose some other terms, it will not highlight the assigned property. Directly we can go to design column and assign selected beams. Okay. Now it is assigned to column. Now directly we can analyze this. So analyze, there is in top menu bar we can see the analyze. In analyze we can click run analyze, or you can press directly F5. So this analysis is going on. So if there is how many of errors, we need to check mostly the errors, because warnings, it is depends upon the there is loading patterns and etc. So what is the if you have given more of this, there is some loads will not be considered, some sections will not be considered. That is only warning. We can see this output and then we can move here. So here, see here, done. So you can see warning. What is the warning here? Section fails while designing 0 mm. So what is this section? That is beam number, it is 12. So we need to check where is this 12. Sorry, this that is section fails. So here another warning, it is reinforcement percentage exceeds maximum limit. So the section dimension should be increased. If there is percentage, so this is section fails. If a section fails, you need to revise the section. Okay. So there is since there is lot of moment there, we can't, that is the dimension what we have given will not satisfy this section. So that's why we need to design, that is we need to revise the section. So here some of the section gets failed, this denoted here. Okay, if you can't find this warning here, you can go to result tab, and just here there is a find command. You can type here fails, and you can search down or up, it depends. Okay, match case you can give. It is similar to search in Word, MS, Microsoft Word, what you are using, that is just here find text. So here see here file fails, it is shows. So the section there will not be any reinforcement pattern will not be given. So similarly there is beam number 13, you can see here. In this beam number 13, this section has passed the dimension what we have given. So see here, here in this I shall explain this and how the section passed. Okay, here the dimension dimension it is 230 cross 300. The length of the beam it is 4710 mm, that is 4.71 meter. Okay, here the reinforcement at top and bottom everything have been given. So 00 means it is at the support. So at the support, that is top reinforcement will be maximum, and when it comes to the middle, there will not be any. You can cut the bar at certain dimension. Okay, that is shown here. So maximum reinforcement at the top. Okay, when it comes to the middle, there is no reinforcement, and again when it goes to the right side, there is top reinforcement. It is there, that the value is there. Okay, similarly bottom reinforcement, see here, compared to end, you can provide maximum at the middle, but requirement it is only 300. You can provide similar in this manner. Okay, here see, because here you have maximum reinforcement, because some moment it is received from the left side bar, that is there will be some again while moment distribution will be getting maximum moment in this portion, and here will be minimum moment. See here it is only 247 it is AST, and when it comes to middle it is 300. Okay, so if you can see another beam, that is how it is analyzed here. So top you need to provide 10 numbers of 12 mm dia at the top. Okay, that is minimum. Similarly at the top here you cannot provide 10 numbers of 12 mm at the top. So that's what you have failure in previous beam. See here 12 mm beam, beam number 12 it fails. Due to this condition it is fails. See here this beam number 12, it will be nearer to beam number 13. Okay, so that's why it had failed, but in this beam there is only few loads, so it is considered here. So then again here 2 numbers 12 mm dia, and in the middle it is 3 numbers 12 mm dia, and then again it continues there. Okay, then see here there is stirrups, 2-legged stirrups 10 mm diameter at 110 mm spacing. So what is the difference? Why we should not consider the design here? Sometimes we can, here you have 10 numbers of 12 mm diameter. We cannot provide this, but we know manually we cannot provide this. So with this moment, you know the moment here, or you can calculate this area. Area is calculated as per code. With this area you can provide the reinforcement. So we should not consider here, but as per it is software knowledge, it is given this 10 numbers, but by practical we cannot put this 10 numbers of 12 mm dia in 2 layers. That's why we should avoid this reinforcement summary which is given in StatPro. Instead, that is at some conditions it will be okay. Okay, so here you have a shear design result, that is shear force. With the shear force we can calculate the shear stress and check the shear stress, and you can provide the shear reinforcement as your own. Okay, that is number of dia bars can be increased or decreased, it depends. See this beam 14, here that is area, see here in the ends it is very less compared to at the middle. So middle, that is bottom reinforcement, that is maximum bending moment at the center. So bottom reinforcement at the middle should be higher compared to the ends. So in this beam you can see the clear view, that is 553.63 mm square, and middle it is 615. Here similarly in the top reinforcement at the supports it will be maximum, and in middle it will be very less or 0. Okay, but in side bottom reinforcement, middle will be having a maximum, that is maximum bending moment at the center, so it will be just reduced at the support. This is the condition here. Similarly see here reinforcement, top reinforcement, support will be having maximum reinforcement, middle will be having less reinforcement, and in bottom reinforcement you will be having at the middle will be having maximum, and when it comes to the end you will be having a minimum reinforcement. Here for providing this is approximately equal, so they have provided same bars here. Then shear reinforcement, this will be shown in the output. Then we need to find the find the figure for the, if you are going to design with the moment, maximum moment you need to calculate it. For that you can go through the, I shall choose this dead load, live load here, dead load plus live load. I shall go with this load combination, dead load plus live load. Okay, now I need to go for post processing. In post processing I have chosen the post processing tab. I have chosen post processing tab. Here it shows the deflection pattern, so I shall remove this deflection pattern. Okay, instead of deflection pattern I shall go with the maximum axial force, then shear force, you can click both shear force, then bending moment, torsion there is no value, we can use for bending moment My and Mz. Okay, so just to see the pattern, see here the shear, okay, sorry, bending moment, this is for bending moment, and this is for shear force diagram. Thus we need to calculate, we have seen this. With this we can find the values here, so just choose this values, or you can remove this diagram. Okay, then just go with beam cursor and choose only the y direction columns, and go to report, beam in forces. Here in column we will be choosing only axial forces for design. So with maximum axial force we can find this. For maximum axial force column you can choose the moment values and you can design it. So I have chosen maximum axial force, list from higher to lower. So this 42nd column has the maximum load, so I have chosen this value. Okay, you can design this for axial load of 879.938, and moment will be having biaxial moment, so you need to design as a biaxial column. Okay, shear values are here given. In this way you need to choose this value, and similarly for beams I shall choose from specification, or you can choose from in this way by inverse beam selection. Now we can choose the beam and forces, again beam and forces. Here you can choose maximum bending moment in Z or Y. I shall choose it as Z because that is the major axis. Here this is the major axis. Major axis has the maximum moment, that is this beam has the maximum moment as 297.9. Okay, so this beam should be designed. What is the length of the beam? You can right click and check it. See here, it is this this gives the maximum, the length of the beam, it is only 3 meter. They have this has the maximum bending moment value in z direction. Okay, there is minimum bending moment in y direction, so you can neglect very less value, you can neglect it. Compared to this, it is very less. So you have one moment and one shear force value, it is maximum value, you can design for this. Okay, so this is the analysis and design concept for beams and columns. That is analysis, design, everything I have shown in this 4 videos. So in this way we can design the framed structure, okay, with the accurate values. That is, you'll be getting the accurate bending moment value.
Thanks for watching the channel. If you like, press the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed it, subscribe it. You can share with the friends. And if you have any comments regarding the video, you can comment it in the comment section. Thank you.